Yes, you can, sir.
Yeah. Elrigu Namaskara. Today we will see another 4 Subhashitas. Can you put the first one first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, first 2 Subhashitas speak about truth. So let us see what exactly they are trying to convey. Satyasya vachanam shreyaha satyadapi hitam vadet yat bhuta hitamatyantam etat satyam matam mama. This is Subhashita is actually told by Narada Maharshi. So Narada Maharshi is telling Satyasya Vachanam Shreyaha. Telling truth is the greatest thing. Telling truth is the noblest of the tree. We should always tell the truth. But Satyadapi Hitam Vadet. See, usually telling truth always has to be taken, should not be taken in exactly literal meaning. Because we have heard that Matu Beldi Mauna Bangara. Talking is, keeping quiet is better than, more important than talking sometimes. So, even though we have to tell truth always, we should think a little bit before telling the truth, whether is it necessary to tell it out explicitly or sometimes we have to keep quiet. So, Narada Maharshi is saying we have to always talk the truth. But Satyadapi, more than the importance of telling the truth, Hitam Vadet, by telling this truth at this point of time, is it going to make a good for somebody? Is it going to be good in general sense? That we have to think. Because Narada Maharshi tells the definition of, one of the definition of what is truth. Yat bhuta hitam atyantam. Bhuta hitam is good of the community, good of the people. So, which, by talking which, it will be good for the society, it will be good. What is good? Good is the one which will give comfort. Good is the one which will give the way for progress. Good is the one which will take persons towards the real truth, moksha, and all other higher real kind of benefits and the precious things. Material possessions are not precious. Precious things are those which gives us peace of mind. Precious things are those which give us contentment, which gives us happiness. Those are precious things. So we know in Madhva philosophy, we know that it is Hari Sarvottama Vayu Jivottama, and all our efforts, our everyday actions and karmas should be aimed towards improving our Atma's status, so that we can go more and more towards higher level of next Janma or moksha. So therefore, this is only possible, it is always possible to attain the real happiness, to attain the peace of mind, if we stop thinking of ourselves. If we start thinking of others, then the real happiness comes. This is proven fact. And most of the good speeches, most of the good sayings, most of the granthas, everything tell the same thing. So therefore, yat bhuta hitam atyantam etat satyam matam mama. Narada Maharshi says, matam mama, in my opinion, in my definition, the satyam, the truth is the one which will create hitam, the betterment, the goodness for the society. So therefore, we should always think whenever we have to talk. One thing is very, very sure. If we talk, we should talk only truth. We should not talk lies. But that doesn't mean whatever truth is there, we should keep on left and right talking it. We should think that this truth, instead of telling today, if I tell tomorrow, Will it be good? Will it not be good? I'll just give a example. Let us say that in one family, there is an old person who is bedridden, and his uncle's house, there is a marriage. Marriage is happening in some place, and because old person cannot travel, some people are there in the another city where to look after that old person. Now, when the marriage function is happening, suppose by the ill luck of that person, if that old person passes away or dies, is this truth should be immediately told? If I am right, even our Dharma Shastras are also telling that whenever we have to tell the news of death of somebody, there are certain criteria which we have to say. Suppose the person's death time as well as the wedding ceremonies times are same, then I think, well, if I am right, the correct thing is to tell the truth after some time, maybe by about 4 or 5 hours afterwards to others, so that the things which has been planned will not stop. I don't know whether I have given the relevant example or not. So therefore, whenever we have to talk any truth, we should see that hitam vade, satyadapi hitam vade. Is it going to make the good for the overall better good for the people to whom I am telling? Should I tell right now or can I wait? These kind of discretion we should always have. But the fact we should always keep in mind that we have to always talk the truth, satyam. Just because this is that. The same thing is told in the next Subhashita. So this is a very famous Subhashita. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyan, na bruyat, satyam apriyam. Priyam cha nanratam bruyat eshaha dharmaha sanatana. So this Subhashita also talks about the truth. What we have to tell the truth. How we have to tell the truth. This also says, so let us see what it says. Satyam bruyat. Bruyat is we should talk. Whenever we talk, we should always talk the truth. We should not talk the lies. This is very correct. But it also says, whenever when we talk, we don't talk to ourselves. We also talk to ourselves, but that is very rare. But when we loudly talk, we talk to others. Today I am talking to all the people who are participating in the Madhwa Bodhi. So we are telling to other people. So we should always talk truth. That is one thing. But second thing is priyam bruya. Depending upon the person with whom we are interacting, we should tell those truths which the other person will be happy to hear. Na bruyat satyam apriyam. Sometimes the truth which will not make the person happy should not be told. This is what is na bruyat satyam apriyam. Now, here also discretion we have to use. Suppose by not telling the truth and not just not to make the person unhappy, if we are going to cause a bigger harm to him, then we should tell that. See, we should always tell truth. This is very simple to say, but practically when we have to implement it, we have to use a lot of discussions. This is what all our scriptures, subhashitas, are trying to convey us. One thing, everything is very sure that we should never tell lie. There is no doubt on that. But when we have to tell the truth also, na bruyat satyam apriyam. Suppose there is a truth and which will make a person unhappy, then we should not tell it if it is not going to cause a bigger harm to you. For example, suppose the children are spending more time on the mobile. Now, if the parents tell them that you are wasting more time on your mobile, they will be very, very unhappy. That should be conveyed, but not when the mobile is in their hand. We should wait for the time when the person, suppose this child next day is finding that, yes, his homework, whatever he has done, is not up to the mark. And morning while going to this school, at that time he's under a little bit of tension kind of thing. At that time, we can very nice words we can convey that yesterday, had you spent less time on your mobile and given more time for your homework, you would have been more ready for today's class. So the truth is that spending time on mobile is bad, but that is a appropriate truth for the child. So therefore, when to tell, how to tell, we should have a discussion. This is a very trivial example, but I am just giving some. So to convey the point that Satyam Bruyat, Priyam Bruyat, we should always tell the truth. We should tell the things which make the other people happy. Na Bruyat Satyam Apriyam. If by telling the truth, people are going to be unhappy. But here we have to see that if it is not going to cause a big harm to them, then we should not tell that truth. But Priyam cha na nandramtam Bruyat. We should always tell the things which will make others happy, and also the things which are not, you know, uh, false things or lies. Nanratam, satyam cha nanratam. It should be both truth as well as happy to hear. Just to give an example, say eating too much of sweets is bad for old people. So eating too much of sweets is very bad. So that we should tell sometimes when it becomes going beyond. Suppose sometimes they eat the sweet even if they are having a lot of sugar, depending upon their age. At that time, they are lonely, nobody is there to talk, and they are most of the time they are bored. Suppose they want a little happiness by eating one small chocolate. So at that time, no, Satyam Bruyat, we will tell immediately, tell, Kya Papa, you have eaten chocolate, you have got so much of sugar, and spending so much money on your tablets, समझ नहीं आता है क्या, this kind of thing we should tell. Sometimes minor things that Priyam, just to keep them happy, Priyam, so we should not tell the Satya. This is the one. This is what is the Dharmaha Sanatanaha. So Sanatana Dharma very clearly tells that we should not tell lie, which is not lie and which is happy for the person who is hearing. We should try to tell those things only always. So Satyam Bruyat, Priyam Bruyat, Na Bruyat, Satyam Apriyam, Priyam cha Nanratam Bruyat, Eshaha Dharmaha Sanatana. Sanatana Dharma main saying is that we should always talk truth, we should always talk the things which will make others happy. Therefore, see, talking is very, very common. We have to interact with the society. It is very, very important to understand how to talk, what to talk, how much to talk, when to talk, and where to. This is very nowadays in a modern this thing, this communication skills, presentation skills. In these words, they tell they are basically related to your profession or your work. But more than one's profession or work, one has to lead a happy life. So for that, also the communication is very, very important. And our all scriptures, all dharmas, all siddhantas, and the subhashitas have got enough of information to understand how we should communicate, what we should talk. So far as the truth is concerned, we have seen these two subhashitas. First one is Satyasya vachanam shreyaha satyadapi hitam vadet yad bhuta hitam atyantam etat satyam matam mama. So here Narada Maharshi has told, he has conveyed that what is the truth. Truth also is not, there is nothing, absolute truths are there, but they are very less. Truth also changes with time. Eating, for example, I told the eating of the sugar at the old age, etc. Those are just for little happiness. So therefore, we have to keep that. And second one is Satyam Bruyat, Priyam Bruyat, Na Bruyat Satyam Apriyam, Priyam cha Nanratam Bruyat Eshaha Dhamma. These two are the truth. Now we will go to next. So here, last time, the first Subhashita on the top, it says, This is very, very important. Na Rajyam, it has again gone back to first. Na Rajyam, na Rajasit, na Dandayo, na cha Dandikaha, Dharmenaiva Prajasarva, Rakshantisma Parasparam. Very, very, very important, especially whatever effort Anilji and other team members are doing in these Madhva Bodhi and Madhva Shakha. The importance is highlighted in this. See, every person living on this earth, one of the very important requirement is suraksha of that person. That person should feel safe. Now, what will make a person living on this earth feel safe? That is conveyed in this. Na rajyam, na rajasi. Neither the state or country, nor the king who is ruling the country, or the party who is ruling the country, or the government who is ruling the country. They can give you the safety. Similarly, na dandayo nacha dandikaha. Dandayoho is can be understood as the process or the system established for delivering the justice, like courts, nyayadhish, etc. These systems which are there to ensure that justice is there for every citizen, they also can't ensure you the feeling of safety. Nacha dandikaha. So to the process to implement the justice delivery, there are police, there are army, all those people are. So they also cannot make you feel absolutely safe. So na rajyam, na raja asit, na dandayo, na chadandikaha, dharmenaiva prajasarva, rakshitam sma parasparam. The people can feel safe and be safe only if they help each other. Parasparam, one another, they can help each other. How they can help one another? They can help one another if they are following the dharma. Dharmenaiva prajasarva. If they have got faith in the dharma, if they follow the dharma, if they are understand their dharma, whatever dharma they are belonging to, if they understand, they practice and come together. See, I have put in small rectangle the Subhashita where we defined the dharma, which I have already covered in earlier. Dharanat dharmam ityahu. Dharmo dharayate prajaha. What is dharma? We have already discussed that. Dharma is the one which brings toward all the people towards same. We as Madhvas, we believe Panchabheda, we believe Hari Sarvottama, we believe Vayu Jivatama, we believe hierarchy in living beings, hierarchy in God. We also believe in all the good things. So all those people who are believing these kind of Madhva philosophy, if they come together, they practice the dharma, automatically they'll come together. They start practicing dharma, they come together. Once they come together, then they will be able to provide security, safety, feeling of safeness to each other. Parasparam, the people who are dharmena iva prajasarva rakshanti sma parasparam. So this we also have heard, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Dharma will, ensure the safety of the people who ensure the safety of the dharma. Rakshati rakshita. If we follow the dharma, then indirectly, automatically, without our knowledge, we will be safe. The people of same community who are together following the dharma, participating in the community functions and festivals, they will come together and they will help each other. This is very, very important. This conveys that we should always follow our dharma. Last one, which is a very famous Subhashita. This Subhashita is told by Sri Ramachandra himself. So therefore the word Lakshmana comes. He is telling to Lakshmana, Api Swarnamayi Lanka Name Rochati Lakshmana. Lakshmana. Janani Janmabhumischa Swargadapi Dariyasi. So Lakshmana, I don't know the context before or after, but what Sri Ramachandra is telling to Lakshmana, that even though I have conquered the Swarnamayi Lanka, even though I have killed the Lanka, this is the context when Vijayadashmi day, when he won the battle with Ravana and defeated and became the master of the Lanka. At that time, he says, even though Api Swarnamayi Lanka, even though the Lanka is full of made of gold, it is full rich, it is very, very great, it is having all kind of comforts, but na me rochati Lakshmana. Lakshmana, this doesn't interest me, this doesn't is not as per my taste. This doesn't make me feel happy. Because Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Dariyasi. The Mata who has given birth to us and the area or the city or the state, Ayodhya is the place of Sri Ramchandra, where his mother was there and where his father was ruling. So let us go back to Ayodhya because Janamini Janmabhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. Janani as well as Janmabhumi, they are much, much higher than Swarga. This is the convey which is there. This is a very, very important thing, especially when we see people getting infatuated by foreign countries. They go there and settle. In my very considered opinion, whatever they are projecting to us here is false. Inside, they feel lonely. Inside, they are they feel there that nobody is there. Money may be there, comforts may be there, but real life, real happiness will not be there. So we should keep always this in mind. Our Matrabhumi Bharatavarsha, our area, we should try to be always attached with this, be in our own country, and look after our parents, because our mother and our motherland, these are the topmost thing in the world. There is nothing, even if it is full of gold, then also it is not correct. And these words are from the directly from Sri Ramachandra himself. So these are the four uh, Subhashitas today I have picked up. I hope I have conveyed certain ideas through this. Uh, Thanks for listening to everybody.